Hello, this is Jose Coyol, Associate Planner with the City of Oxnard's Community Development Department in the Planning Division. Today I'll be narrating Planning and Zoning Permit 21-516-29, Oxnard LLC for a commercial cannabis business retail special use permit known as SUP for the location at 1970 North Ventura Road with an APN of 139-0-080-375 and 139-0-080-405 for the upcoming Planning Commission hearing on February 24, 2022. Project description. A request to permit the operation of a commercial cannabis retail facility within an existing 1,685 square foot commercial suite of an approximately 8,610 square foot multi-tenant commercial building on a 0.85-acre site. As part of the project, there will be tenant improvements consisting of the following: the installation of new partition walls, security upgrades to the existing building, minor plumbing upgrades, upgrades to an existing alarm system, installation of secure doors and windows, and parking lot and landscaping improvements. Cannabis retail operations will be conducted between 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. The application was filed by Christopher Liu. Project description. Project location. The subject site is located at 1970 North Ventura Road. As can be seen in this vicinity map to the right, the project will be located on the north central part of Oxnard within the Gonzales Road and Ventura Road arterial roads. General plan and zoning maps. The general plan land use designation commercial general CG, while the zoning designation is general commercial plan development C-2-PD. The existing site. The site at 1970 North Ventura Road is surrounded by the following uses outlined in this table. The general plan is commercial general CG, while the zoning designation is general commercial plan development C-2-PD, with an existing land use configuration of commercial shopping center. To the north, the general plan is residential medium high RMH and residential low RL, and the zoning designation is residential high rise residential R-4 and garden apartment R-3 with an existing land use configuration of multifamily apartment buildings. To the south, the general plan and zoning designations are the same as the project site with an existing land use configuration of commercial building and a parking lot. To the east, there is a general plan of residential low and residential medium high and a zoning designation of single family residential R-1 and a high rise residential plan development R-4-PD. The current land use configuration is residential dwellings. To the west, the general plan outlines this as residential medium high and the zoning designation of R-4-PD. The existing land use is multifamily apartment buildings. Existing conditions. This is a street view looking southeast. As can be seen, the shopping center is fairly old and is legal nonconforming to today's zoning code. Other things that can be seen on here are the different configurations of tenants at the site, as outlined here with convenience stores and other neighborhood essential general retail facilities. The background development history. On October 5th, 1989, the Planning Commission approved Planning Development number 469 to allow the renovation upgrade of an existing 8,610 square foot neighborhood shopping center. From 1989 to current, various tenant improvements have been taken place to accommodate general commercial establishments. Background cannabis regulations. On April 2018, the City Council adopted cannabis delivery ordinance, including permitting fees. In January 2019, the state legalized cannabis delivery by state licensed firms and eliminated the city's ability to regulate cannabis delivery. On June 18, 2019, City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2960, establishing regulations pertaining to manufacturing, testing, and distribution of cannabis. On October 1st, 2019, City Council then adopted Ordinance Number 2965, modifying the discretionary permitting process along with other non-substantive ordinance adjustments pertaining to manufacturing, testing, and distribution of cannabis. Then on September 15, 2020, City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2985 to update the regulations in the city's newly adopted industrial code within Chapter 16 of the Oxnard City Code, known as OCC. Background cannabis regulations continued. On December 1st, 2020, City Council adopted Ordinance Number 2994, establishing regulations to repeal and readopt the former city's commercial cannabis regulations pertaining to cannabis manufacturing, distribution, testing, and retail dispensaries contained in Chapter 11. Commercial cannabis selection, commercial cannabis license selection. On January 7, 2021, Oxnard LLC filed for a request to obtain a commercial cannabis business permit for a 1,685 square foot cannabis retail facility. On March 1st, 2021, Oxnard LLC was awarded a conditional commercial cannabis business permit for cannabis retail. In order to successfully commence and inaugurate the commercial cannabis business permit, Oxnard LLC is required to receive approval of a special use permit as specified within Oxnard City Code Section 11-457. The site plan. This is the current configuration of the proposed plan here. As can be seen, the main sort of components outlined on here are going to be the configuration of circulation within the shopping center, which means an elimination of a driveway aisle along Azalea Street in order to go ahead and make sure that vehicular traffic around this area is safer, as well as provide access to the site by a 26-foot wide entrance into the shopping center for fire department's vehicles. Along the back side, as can be seen on here, there'll be improvements by taking the trash enclosures that are currently located along the back side and then locating them on the front of the property adjacent to Ventura Road and Azalea. These trash enclosures will be new and will be made to accommodate all of the waste being generated by this center and to meet all regulatory state waste diversion programs. The containers will also have a roof over them. They will be painted and styled to match the shopping center, as well as provide landscaping around to help with graffiti. To help deter graffiti on these waste enclosures. Other improvements will be perimeter landscaping and lighting improvements in order to meet the minimum light standards for shopping centers in the code. Of particular highlight is the landscaping improvements. Ventura Road is a scenic arterial road as designated in the general plan, and as such, there is a requirement for a 30-foot landscaping buffer. As can be seen here with the green, there will be updates to this proposed site plan in order to accommodate further landscaping around the green squares, as can be seen on here. Note that the current planters that are there are just going to be expanded. Staff estimates that 8 to 9 parking spaces may be lost due to this effort. However, as that red arrow pointed towards one of the new trash enclosures is there, they will be able to accommodate 2 more parking spaces at the site if we were to go ahead and relocate that trash enclosure elsewhere, possibly along that circle down below there. Other things to note are that 35 parking spaces are required for the shopping center. So while the staff works with the applicant team to go ahead and get a new um, proposed site plan during the plan check process, there will be no less than 35 parking spaces that will be accommodated at the site as per required by the code and also for cannabis establishments. Elevations along the backside, as can be seen on here, there will be lights that are going to be installed along the back of the shopping center that abuts the alleyway. Other improvements at the site will include basically just updates to the storefront in order to accommodate some of the security concerns and requirements by the police department in order to go ahead and successfully have a retail facility open up per the code. Floor plan and security plan. The applicant provided a security plan with a detailed floor plan, which was reviewed and conditionally approved by the police department. Security measures include private security is required at the property. Security cameras will be installed. Adequate lighting will be provided on site, and cannabis products will be monitored, tracked, and placed in secure storage. Public comments. The project site is located within the Sierra Linda and Windsor North/River Ridge neighborhoods. On December 21st, 2021, the site was posted with project details and community workshop information, and the developer mailed out 1,809 meeting agenda notices to the residents of Sierra Linda and Windsor North slash River Ridge neighborhoods. On December 31st, 2021, the project was presented to the public during a community workshop meeting. The meeting was attended by approximately 20 members of the public, and persons had an opportunity to ask questions. Staff received 6 comments during the community workshop, which are highlighted below. There is high crime in the area, traffic and parking issues facing the immediate community, possible loitering issues with cannabis and adult uses. 2 schools are near the project that could allow easy access of cannabis products to children. Increased DUI rates, and homeless could frequent the project. Following the community workshop, staff has received an additional comment letter from the general public in opposition of this project. Key conditions of approval. Condition 34 outlines for the requirement of a 30-foot landscaping buffer to be reviewed and approved by the city. Conditions 15, 42, and 43 are to abide by the City of Oxnard and the State of California's rules and regulations related to this business. Condition 39, the commercial cannabis business permit shall expire and be subject to renewal process in Chapter 11 of the Oxnard City Code 12 months after the date of issuance of the special use permit pursuant to Oxnard City Code 11-459. Retail to provide a regulatory action of cannabis retail procedures to allow only eligible members of the community to purchase product and allow for a secure selling environment. Police conditions can be outlined within 82 through 156. Security features will be implemented as required by the adopted cannabis ordinance. Key conditions of approval continued. Fire department's conditions are outlined in conditions of approval 157 through 176. This broad range of numbers indicates that the system is to be designed to be a safe facility. Community benefits and community relations can be seen in conditions of approval 49 through 52 and 64 through 65. The project is conditioned to be a good neighbor and member of the community. Finally, taxes and inventory, conditions 53 to 54 and 66 through 74. These set of conditions help the operator be a responsible corporate citizen. Environmental review. In accordance with Section 15 through 1, Class 1 existing facilities of the State of California's Environmental Quality Act, known as CEQA, guidelines, projects involving negligible or no expansion of use beyond that existing at the time of the lead agency's determination may be found to be exempt from the requirements of CEQA. The project includes a request to operate a cannabis retail facility within an existing individual building. The project will not increase the square footage of the existing building. No substantial evidence the project will have a significant effect on the environment. A notice of exemption will be filed. Staff's recommendation that the Planning Commission A. find the project to be categorically exempt from environmental review pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, known as CEQA, Guidelines Section 15 through 1, existing facilities, and B. adopt Resolution 2022-XX approving planning and zoning permit number 21-516-29, special use permit for cannabis retail, subject to certain findings and conditions. This concludes staff's presentation of the upcoming item for the Planning Commission on February 24, 2022. Staff will be available for further questions or comments.